Hello, what's going on, everybody? It's your man Chris Thorns, and as always, hey, welcome. What's going on, everybody? It's your man Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you watch my content. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. First and foremost, let me say this: a lot of you, probably about a couple of you or a few of you, however, y'all been asking me, when next time I'm gonna go live and this, that, and the third. And I have been getting a lot of y'all stuff that y'all sending me through email, and I've been seeing a lot of your comments about stories and things like that. I want to tell y'all I appreciate that y'all enjoy the content, even though I got a foul ass mouth, but y'all still enjoy the content. But however, the reason y'all ain't seen me did no stream because again, I want y'all to understand my work schedule. It's real hectic right now, especially with the job that I do now. You know what I mean? Y'all know I work with adolescent, teen, and children. And pretty much this past weekend, I've been trying different facilities where I work at. So it's been kind of hectic or whatnot. But hey, it's a good way to learn the new position or whatnot. So it's just a lot of stories that I probably won't be able to get to. I probably just won't be able to get to. And if I don't get to it, please don't get upset. Just be understandable that my work schedule is just real hectic right now. And a lot of times when I get home, I do want to go live, but I just be tired as hell. I just don't do it. So but as always, I love every last one of y'all. Thank y'all, and I'm glad that y'all do appreciate the streams and appreciate the graphics. But hey, if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, hey, don't try it to my heart, just try it to my head, okay? All right, guys. So I got something I want to bring to y'all. It's a little bit of an update, but not really. But let's see. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all know I've been covering the story about this young man right here, Amari Nicholson, which is a crazy story to say at the least, or at the most, considering the stuff the current events that's been going on circulating around the story of this young man. I typed in his name yesterday, and I found something very interesting that came up, and I want y'all to see what the title it says right there. Death of Vegas board raises questions about caregivers, partners, and I want y'all to understand where they going with this. I don't want to read this, and this is stuff that I've been saying for a while when I'm doing my streams, and I'm pretty much sure a lot of y'all be saying the same thing, when it comes to these stories. So here's what it says in the reads. It said the death of the 2-month-old Las Vegas boy whose disappearance drew intense local interest, and the arrest of his mother's boyfriend on suspicion of murder is raising questions about the role of caregiver partners in child killings. Amari Nicholson death drew comparison with the killing in October 2016 of a 7-year-old boy who was tied up for several hours and beaten to death, which I think I may have done this story, I'm not sure. His mother's boyfriend was convicted 2 years later of second-degree murder. A state report made public last year found the caregiver's partner, typically the boyfriends of the mothers, were the suspects in more than half of Las Vegas area child abuse and neglect cases, during the 2016 fiscal year. The Las Vegas Review-Journal reported over a 12-month period, according to the report, 47 child deaths were ruled homicides in Nevada. In nearly 80% of those cases, the slain children was younger than 5. Whether statistics has improved or worsened in Clark County in recent years is unclear, the newspaper said. The 90-page report by the Nevada Division of Child and Family Services touched on the division's major findings in child abuse and neglect cases from July the 1st through 2016 through June 30, 2017, the most recent period for which complete data was available. The thing about child fatality data is that it's often very far behind because there are a lot of involved parties when something gets this serious, including law enforcement, medical examiners. The coroner, Catherine Rose, Deputy Child and Family Service Administrator, told the Review Journal, "We can't actually put a data point in a category until all of those things were resolved. The data gap can make it difficult to experts to study what could lead someone to abuse a partner's child," said Liz Ortenberger, CEO of Safe Nest, Nevada's largest nonprofit providing crisis services to victims of domestic violence. She blamed the slow pace of investigations and the criminal justice system. "The data we have now is nearly 5 years old," Ortenberger said. "What's frustrating for those of us who work in this field is that we aren't able to come to the table much earlier to discuss child fatalities. Because of the complexity of fatal child abuse neglect cases, coroners' investigations and rulings often remain pending for many months, even years in some instances. In the justice system, that can translate to delays in arrest because investigators and prosecutors may wait for autopsy results to pursue charges. The problem is because the data is so old, we don't have more concrete answers about the dynamics of this subset of child fatalities." Ortenberger said of child deaths where the perpetrator was a parent's intimate partner. Still, experts say there are warning signs parents should look for when choosing a partner or a caregiver. "We know that single moms can be targets for pedophiles and other abusers because oftentimes single moms need help with child care through no fault of their own," Ortenberger said. "Some abusers may even view children as a hindrance to the relationship," she said. Las Vegas police on May 11 announced the arrest of Terrell Tavares Rose in Amari's death days after police posted flyers and investigators visited the boy's father in Reno and relatives in California. The toddler had been left in the care of Rose while the boy's mother, Taylor Nicholson, traveled to Colorado to help her mother, according to police. The couple shared an apartment. After falsely reporting that Amari had been taken by a woman claiming to be a relative, police said Rose, 27, admitted to killing the child by hitting him 7 times with a closed fist and after the toddler wet himself. After Rose's arrest, police reported the boy's body was found not far from where he had been reported missing. Nicholson was not reached for a comment by Review Journal, but she posted on social media that she trusted Rose and that he betrayed her. She attended a May 14 court hearing in which Rose appeared on murder, resisting arrest, and weapons charges. He has not been asked to enter a plea and is in jail without bail pending a June 1st court date. According to the Nevada Institute for Children Research and a policy at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas School of Public Health, children living in a home with a mother and her boyfriend are 11 times more likely to suffer physical, sexual, or emotional abuse than children living with married parents. Children younger than 5 who live with their mothers, boyfriends, or other non-related relatives are 50 times more likely to die from abuse, according to Institute research. Red flags for caregivers, according to the Institute, include unpredictable moods in a partner, cruelty to animals, jealousy, or controlling behavior. Other signs that a parent or a child could be at risk include alcohol or drug abuse, or if the partner is quick to anger when the child is crying or misbehavior, the research said. And again, guys, this is why this caught my attention, because everything they said in this is on point. A lot of these stories I have done, these women get with these fools, and these fools be the one that do this fuck shit to these children. But you also have a lot of stories which they fail to mention, that you have a lot of mothers that participate in the bullshit with the fuck boyfriends. They participate in this shit. In which I still have a strong belief this woman knows more than what she leading the public on. I just feel it in my heart and I feel it in my bones. But however though, if she is innocent, then you know, hey, I recant everything I said. But as of right now, I feel she has a lot to do with this boy death. She does. And that's Mr. Knowles back there, the one who actually was, I guess, the father in the child's life. You know, he said he was on the, I guess, the hate train or whatnot. I never said I hate the woman. You know, I just think she's full of shit. But I never said I hated her. But he was on the little bandwagon, everybody talking about she a piece, she just did a third, but somehow he had a change of heart. Don't know what made him have a change of heart. I don't know. Maybe it was the Lord. I don't know. Maybe he got some. Why this stuff was going on, I don't know. Everybody think different, but I don't think I would be somebody who I heard gave a bullshit interview and taking up for a lying ass boyfriend. It sounds like that you know this man's lying. I don't know if I can have much sympathy for you, but again, everybody's different. And Nas, like I said, I guess you could say he's a stand-up guy. You know, I still would love to talk to him because I would like to know what made him change his feelings towards the woman, you know? And again, I ask that question again. If it does, I want to ask him. If it does come out that she did know more than what she's speaking and she did have something to do with it, I would like to know how his feelings be then. I would like to know how his feelings would be if we find that out or whatnot. So again, ladies, I understand, you know, hey, some of these men are fine to you. Some of y'all like dark chocolate, like y'all call it, or however y'all, whatever y'all like. But it is not that serious to keep a man around you that don't want to deal with your children. Because again, they're gonna take you. They gotta take the package. And same thing with a woman. They're gonna accept the man. They're gonna have to accept his package. If he got children, she gonna have to accept it. You can't accept the man and can't accept his children. We can't accept a woman and can't accept her children. It's just not gonna work like that. But sad to say is, you got a lot of people that's like that. And just like they said in this article, some of these people that get children as a hindrance. I did one story a long time ago, like the woman had poisoned a child or killed a child because she said they were getting away with her sex life. She said her children was getting in the way of her sex life. And that's how you got your children, because you were fucking, I mean, I don't get it, you know. Yeah, man, this shit's crazy. But however, guys, you know, I try to keep y'all up to date as much as I can. You know, when we do stuff like this, you know, I do the best that I can. But, you know, hey, it looks like it's going to get worse before it get any better. You know, that's the only thing I can say about it. That's the only thing I can really just say about it. It's going to get worse before it gets any better. But however, though, you know, you got people like me and others who cover story. We're going to do our best to try to keep y'all updated with a lot of this shit that goes on, because this shit has to stop. It has to stop. But as always, leave your thoughts and comments. I'm your man, Chris Storms, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.